My name is Tom. I lived in Greenhill, a small town with green hills, quiet streets, and a shiny lake. The town had small shops, tall trees, and a big park where people walked and laughed. When I was young, I had big dreams. I wanted a house with a garden. I wanted a nice car. I wanted a happy family. But life was hard. I worked at a small shop in Greenhill. I sold books. My job was simple, but I earned little money. I lived in a small room above the shop. It had one bed, a small table, and a window with a view of the street. I worked every day, but I had no extra money. I wanted a better life, but I had no time. I felt tired and stuck. Years passed, and I was still in the same place. My friends in Greenhill moved forward. They got married. They bought houses. They had children. I saw them in the park, playing with their kids. I smiled at them, but inside I felt sad. I felt alone. I felt like life forgot me. One morning, I looked in the mirror. My hair was grey. My face had lines. I thought, am I too old to change? My heart felt heavy. I wanted a home. I wanted love. I wanted to feel joyful, but I was alone. I thought maybe my dreams were gone. I was sad, but I kept going. Every day was the same. I woke up early. I walked to the shop. I worked all day. I went home and ate dinner alone. I read a book or watched TV in my small room. I went to bed. I told myself, this is my life now. But deep inside, I still had dreams. I wanted a house. I wanted a family. I wanted to smile again. I watched people in Greenhill. They walked together, holding hands. They laughed with their children. They looked happy. I thought, maybe my time is over. But a small part of me still had hope. I still dreamed. I was scared to try something new. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to hope and lose again. So I stayed the same. One day, something changed. I went to a cafe near my shop. A woman named Sarah worked there. She had a warm smile. Her eyes were kind. She said, "Hello, Tom. Do you want coffee?" I smiled and said yes. We started talking. Sarah was friendly. She made me laugh. She listened to my stories. We talked every day after work. I went to the cafe. Sarah told me about her life. She was alone too. She had dreams, just like me. She wanted to travel and see new places. like mountains and beaches. She wanted a happy life. I liked talking to her. She made me feel good. I didn't feel so sad anymore. One evening, we walked in the park in Greenhill. The park had green grass, colourful flowers, and a big tree near the lake. The sun was setting and the sky was orange. I asked Sarah, "Is it too late for us to have our dreams?" She smiled and said, "No, Tom, it's never too late." Her words were simple, but they stayed with me. I started to believe her. We spent more time together. We walked in the park every evening. We sat by the lake and watched the water. The lake was calm with small waves. We talked about our dreams. Sarah wanted to visit faraway places. I wanted a house and a family. Life felt different. I wasn't young, but I wasn't too old. I had time. I had hope. Sarah made me feel strong. I stopped thinking about the past. I stopped feeling sad about lost time. I looked at today. I looked at tomorrow. I said to myself, I can be happy. I made small plans. I wanted to save money. I wanted a better job. I wanted a home. For the first time in years, I felt hope. My life was the same, but my heart was different. I woke up with a smile. I walked to work with energy. I talked to customers more. My days felt new. I had Sarah to talk to. She cared about me. I wasn't alone anymore. Every evening, I met Sarah at the park. We walked under the big tree. We sat on a bench by the lake. Sarah told me about her past. She had worked at the cafe for 6 years. She had waited for love. She thought it was too late, but she never gave up. She believed in happiness. Her words gave me strength. One evening, the sky was pink and gold. The air was cool. We sat by the lake. Sarah asked, "Tom, what do you want in life?" I was quiet. No one had asked me that in years. I had stopped thinking about my dreams. I only worked and waited. I looked at the water. "I want a home," I said. "I want a family. I want to feel joyful." Sarah smiled. "Then start now," she said. Her words were simple, but they were strong. They made me think. They gave me hope. That night I lay in bed. I thought about her words. "Start now," she said. Why was I waiting? I didn't need more money or more time. I needed to try. Happiness was about doing something, not waiting. The next day, I made a decision. I wouldn't wait anymore. I would take small steps. I would try, even if I was scared. I didn't want time to control me. I didn't want the past to stop me. I was ready to start. I woke up early the next morning. The sky was bright. The air was fresh. I felt something new inside me. I felt ready. I didn't know what would happen, but I couldn't stay the same. I had to move forward. I had to try. At the shop, I was different. I smiled more. I talked to my boss. I helped customers with a happy face. My boss said, "Tom, you look joyful today." I nodded. "I feel different," I said. It was true. My life was the same, but my heart was new. I believed good things could happen. After work, I met Sarah at the park. We sat on a bench under the big tree. The sun was warm, the wind was soft. "I made a decision," I said. Sarah smiled. "Tell me," she said. I took a deep breath. "I won't wait anymore. I'll start building my life now. I'll look for a better job. I'll save money for a home." Sarah's eyes were bright. "I'm happy for you, Tom," she said. "What's your first step?" I thought for a moment. "I'll look for jobs," I said, "and I'll save a little money every week." Sarah nodded. "Those are good plans," she said. "But the most important thing is to believe. Believe you deserve happiness. Believe it's never too late." Her words stayed with me. That night, I sat in my small room. I used to think my chance was gone. But now I saw things differently. I wasn't too old. I still had dreams. I just needed to take one step at a time. The next day, I started making changes. I woke up early. I made a list of goals. I wrote, "Find a new job, save money, buy a home." I looked online for jobs in Greenhill. I found a job at a big bookstore. It was a manager position with better pay. I was nervous, but I applied. I saved money every week. I stopped buying new clothes. I ate simple meals like bread and soup. I walked to work instead of taking the bus. I put my extra coins in a small box. Every small step made me feel stronger. Every step gave me hope. Weeks passed. I kept going. I worked hard at the shop. I saved money. I looked for better jobs. My life looked the same, but I felt differently. I felt stronger. I felt hopeful. I believed my life could change. Every evening I met Sarah. We walked in the park. We talked about our dreams. We laughed. I felt happy in a new way. Sarah believed in me. When I felt tired, she said, "Keep going, Tom. Good things take time." Her words gave me energy. One evening, we sat by the lake. The water was calm. The air was cool. "What's your biggest dream?" Sarah asked. I thought for a moment. "I want a home," I said. "A place that's mine. A place where I feel safe." Sarah smiled. "Then work for it," she said. "Step by step, you'll get there." That night, I made a plan. I would save more money. I would find a better job. I wouldn't wait for luck. I would make my own future. I didn't need everything now. I just needed to keep moving forward. The next week, I got a call for an interview at the big bookstore. I was nervous but excited. I practiced my answers every night. I read about the company. I wore my best clothes. On the interview day, I walked into the bookstore with confidence. The questions were hard, but I answered them. I showed my skills. I talked about my work at the small shop. When I left, I felt proud. I had tried my best. A few days later, my phone rang. It was the bookstore. My heart was fast. "We want to offer you the job," they said. I couldn't believe it. I had done it. I thanked them and said yes. When I told Sarah, she hugged me. "I knew you could do it," she said. That night, I lay in bed and smiled. I had a new job. I had a new start. I was still on my journey, but I was moving forward. I was building my future. For the first time, I felt alive. My first day at the new job was exciting but scary. The bookstore was big. The work was harder. The people were busy. I felt small. But I remembered why I was there. I had worked for this. I couldn't stop now. The first week was hard. I made mistakes. I felt slow. I stayed late to learn. Some days I was tired. Some days I wanted to stop. But every evening I met Sarah. She listened to me. "Every new start is hard," she said, "but you're doing great." Her words helped me. Slowly, I got better. I learned faster. I made fewer mistakes. My boss noticed. One day, he called me to his office. "You're doing well, Tom," he said. "Keep going." His words made me proud. I felt like I belonged. With my new job, I saved more money. I made a plan for a home. I looked at houses online. They were expensive. It felt impossible. But Sarah's words helped me. "Step by step," she said. So I saved a little each month. I stopped eating out. I saved every coin in my box. One evening, Sarah asked, "What's next for you?" I smiled. "I want to buy a house," I said. She nodded. "That's a big dream," she said. "But you'll do it." Her belief made me stronger. I wasn't the man who waited anymore. I was a man who acted. Months passed. My savings grew. My confidence grew. At work, I got better. My boss gave me more tasks. I felt important. For the first time, I felt like I was building something real. One day, my boss called me again. "We have a new position," he said. "More responsibility, more pay. I think you're ready." My heart raced. A promotion? I had only been there a short time, but I had worked hard. I said yes with a smile. That night, I told Sarah. She was so happy. "See, Tom," she said, "it's never too late." She was right. I had waited for years, thinking I was too late. But now I knew the truth. I could still chase my dreams. I looked at my savings. I was closer to my goal. The dream of a home was real. I believed anything was possible. My new job was hard, but I was ready. I learned new things. I made decisions. I felt in control of my life. One evening, I sat with Sarah in the park. The sky was beautiful, with red and purple clouds. "Do you ever look back?" I asked. She smiled. "Sometimes," she said, "but I focus on what's ahead." I nodded. I used to look back and feel sad. Now I looked forward. After months of saving, I had enough money to look for a home. It felt like a dream. I visited houses in Greenhill. Some were too small, some were too expensive. But I kept looking. I knew my home was out there. One day I found it. A small house with a garden. It wasn't big, but it was perfect. I imagined living there, drinking coffee outside, planting flowers. I took a deep breath and bought the house. When I held the keys, I felt proud. This was mine. I had earned it. That evening, I showed Sarah the house. She walked through the rooms smiling. "It's perfect," she said. I nodded. "I did it," I said. But I knew I didn't do it alone. Sarah had helped me. She believed in me. As we stood in the house, I thought about my journey. It wasn't just about a house or a job. It was about love. It was about finding someone who made life better. I felt nervous, but I had to speak. "I want to ask you something," I said. Sarah looked curious. "Will you live here with me?" I asked. She was quiet for a moment. My heart was fast. Then she smiled, a big, warm smile. "Yes," she said. My heart was full. I had found a home. I had found love. I had found happiness. Years ago, I thought my chance was gone. I thought life had passed me by. But I was wrong. It's never too late to start again. It's never too late to chase dreams. It's never too late to find happiness. A lesson from my story. My journey taught me something important. Life can be hard, And sometimes we feel stuck. We think we are too old or too late to change. But that's not true. No matter how old you are, you can start again. Take small steps. Try new things, even if you're scared. Believe in yourself. Find people who support you, like Sarah did for me. Dreams are not just for young people. Happiness is not just for others. It's never too late to build the life you want.